everyone, welcome to Learn Cantonese with Joy. Today we will learn a fun tongue twister. This is part 1 of the series. We will draw onto the endings of Jyutping P, T, M, and N. Let's start with the tongue twister. 急口令，入實驗室撳緊急掣。Get into the laboratory and press the emergency button. This is a verb phrase, 動詞詞組. It is in a structure of 動詞 verb plus 名詞 noun. 入 enter 實驗室 laboratory. 入實驗室 enter the laboratory. 撳 press 緊急掣 emergency button. 撳緊急掣 press the emergency button. To say the tongue twister correctly, we have to master 4 endings. Let's start with the first one, the ending M. It is a nasal ending. You can touch your nose with your finger and make the sound You may have noticed that the mouth is closed at the end of pronunciation. This is the difficult point for Mandarin speaker. Please pay attention if you are a Mandarin speaker or if you have learned Mandarin before. Let's look at these examples. Please read with me. 驗 check. 兼 simultaneous. 謙 humble. 點 dot. 心 hot. 飲 drink. 諗 think. 咁 like this. 檢驗 inspection. 擔心 worry. 點心 dessert or Chinese dim sum. And then the second endings, N, again it is a nasal ending. You can touch your nose with a finger and make the sound You may have noticed that the mouth is open at the end of pronunciation. Okay, so let's look at the following examples and read with me. 緊 tight. 很 consent. 等 wait. 忍 endure. 揾 look for. 見 healthy. 遠 far. 轉 turn. 困難 difficult. 見面 meet. 顯現 indicate. We can compare the ending M and the ending N. Let's look at the first example. At the end, we have our mouth closed for the first word and our mouth open for the second word. 甜品 dessert. The second example. At the end, we have our mouth open for the first word and our mouth closed for the second word. 關心 care. The third example. At the end, we have our mouth closed for the first word and our mouth open for the second word. 漸變 change gradually. Now let's look at the third ending, the ending P. With this ending, it indicates that the word is either in the 7th, 8th, or the 9th tone. The mouth is closed at the end and the syllable is short. For English speaker, please pay attention. You do not need to pronounce the ending P. Alright, so let's look at the following example and read with me. In the 7th tone, 急 rush. 濕 wet. 執 pick up. In the 8th tone, 夾 clip. In the 9th tone, 入 enter. 雜 miscellaneous. 合 closed. 狹 narrow. And the vocabulary in different tones. 垃圾 rubbish. Now here is the last ending, the ending T. Again, with this ending, it indicates that the word is either in the 7th, 8th, or the 9th tone. The mouth is open at the end and the syllable is short. Again, for English speaker, you do not need to pronounce the ending T. Please keep it silent at the end. So now let's look at the examples and read with me. In the 7th tone, 室 room. 1 1 7 7 筆 pen, 得 gain, 失 loss, 得失 gain and loss, 屈質 narrow, describe space being too small. In the ninth tone, 實 real. Here is a comparison between the endings P and T. Let's look at the examples. At the end, we have our mouth closed for the first word and our mouth open for the second word. 合法 legal, 立法 legislate, 11 11. Now let's look at the comparison between the endings M and P. Now let's look at the examples. The first example, the second word is short. 三甲 top 3. Second example, the first word is short. 入侵 invade. Third example, the second word is short. 心急 impatient. Now we will look at the comparison between the endings N and T. Let's look at the examples. The second word is short. 鉛筆 pencil, 粉筆 chalk, 冤屈 injustice. Now we have mastered all the endings and we can go back to the tongue twister. 急口令 入實驗室撳緊急掣 Get into the laboratory and press emergency button. Now we will say the tongue twister word by word slowly. You can refer to the notes beside and make sure that you pronounce it correctly. Okay, so let's start. 入實驗室撳緊急掣入實驗室撳緊急掣練習 Please practice until you can say the tongue twister within 2 seconds. Like this. 入實驗室撳緊急掣 Get into the laboratory and press emergency button. Now you have mastered your first Cantonese tongue twister and you have mastered the endings of Jyutping P, T, M, and N. Now can you share one of the tongue twister in your own language so that in the future if I learn your language I can have fun with your tongue twister as well. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.